Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and guys, welcome to yet another important session where we will be discussing about the most important PIB current affairs that are seen in the PIB from 26th to 28th of August here. So guys, when I talk about PIB, it's a very important source both for phase 1 and phase 2 of the examination with respect to RBI and NABARD. So here in this session, we will be discussing the most important current affairs from the perspective of phase 1 and phase 2, where we are discussing the current affairs, schemes and reports that are being seen in PIB. So before I proceed about this session further on, guys, just give me a small confirmation that you guys can hear me properly, you guys can see me properly, so that we can proceed further on with this session here. So till the time, guys, I am getting a confirmation from your side. Okay, I just wanted to give you a brief introduction about this comprehensive guiding pillars that we are providing to you at free of cost. These guidebooks, guys, will be really helpful because they will be providing you an information with respect to the syllabus that needs to be prepared. Along with the syllabus, what are the prominent sources to cover that syllabus, and the most important thing is that it is also providing you the previous year question papers, which will help you in analyzing what are the topics or what are the things you have to prepare at what level for your examination. So I just got a confirmation that yes, my voice is clear to everyone. So now, guys, let's talk about the topics for the day. The topics that I will be discussing today is, first of all, with respect to sports, various events have taken place. So we will be discussing about Neeraj Chopra, HS Pranoy and Indian women's flying cricket team. They all have created the record, so we'll be discussing about them. Then we'll be discussing about Rafael Nadal and Iga Swiatek, who have recently signed an agreement with Infosys to better their performance. We'll be discussing about that. Then we'll be discussing about the NUPEX mission, which is ISRO is planning to launch this mission. So when it will be launching this mission, with which organization it will be launching, we will be discussing about that. Then National Space Day has been declared. We will be discussing about the Space Day, and the most important thing at the end, I will be discussing about the other prominent award that has recently been seen in news, that is the Grand Cross of the Order of Honor Award. Then with respect to two schemes which are very important and have been seen is Jan Dhan Yojana, because it has completed its 9 years. So we will be discussing about the Jan Dhan Yojana. Then, guys, we'll be discussing about the Swamitva scheme because it has been conferred with the Gold Award for the National E-Governance under the National E-Governance Award. Okay, so this is how we will be proceeding with the topics now. Now let's start with the first topic of the day, that is with respect to the phase 1 of the examination. Now look at these three prominent pictures that I am seeing you. This depicts the glory of Indian sports in the past few days. So first of all, the most prominent person was Mr. Neeraj Chopra, who has become the first Indian to win a gold medal in the World Athletics Championship. So it was his second medal, guys. If I talk about, it was Neeraj Chopra's second medal. He has won the silver medal in the 2022 World Athletics Championship. Okay. So if I talk about that championship, that has taken place in Oregon. Okay, so in 2022 in Oregon, he has won the silver medal. Now he has won the gold medal in the World Athletics Championship that has taken place in Budapest in Hungary. Okay, so if I ask you a very basic question, guys, very simple question, if I ask you, can you guys tell me how many medals India have won in this year's World Athletics Championship? Because this is a championship that has really been in turn talks in the past few days. Can you guys tell me how many medals India has won? So this year India has won only a single medal, that is the gold medal that is won by Neeraj Chopra. So with this, we are ranked at 18th place in the World Athletics Championship, which was won by USA. I think it was second, it was Canada, and third, it was Spain. So the top three countries there were USA, Canada and Spain. So these were the top three countries there. Then if I talk about, that is the next prominent personality for us is Neeraj Chopra's second medal. Now, if I talk about the things here in the World Athletics Championship, the Indian men's relay team, they have again created a record there, although they have finished at the 5th place, guys, in the final. but they still have been, they are very important for us to remember because they have created the Asian records in the qualifiers. So when they got qualified for the finals, they created the Asian record and they have defeated the record of Japan. So guys, all these things are important because if you talk about World Athletic Championship, it's not just about Neeraj Chopra. We have to remember all these persons. If I talk about the 4 persons who are the part of the relay team, they are very, very important for us to remember. I've noted down their name also, that is Muhammad Anas. Okay. Second person was, that is Amol Jacob. Okay, ji. Third person, if I talk about, it was Muhammad Ajmal. Okay, and along with that, if I talk about the 4th person was, that is Rajesh Ramesh. So I will simply write it as Ramesh. So these are the 4 persons who have defeated the Asian record here. Now, if I culminate the news with respect to World Athletic Championship, the one most important person we need to remember is Anju Bobby George, because she was the first Indian who has won the medal in the World Athletic Championship, and she has won the bronze medal. So that's a very, very important thing for us to remember here. Now guys, can you guys tell me, you have remembered everything about World Athletic Championship? Is it clear to everybody? Okay, everyone, is it clear to you? Is it clear? Yatri, is it clear? Okay, this part is clear till World Athletic Championship. Now let's proceed towards the next 2 prominent events that have taken place here. The second one was the BWS, that is the World Badminton Championship that has taken place. And here, the person for us to remember is Mr. HS Pranoy. So HS Pranoy has finished with the bronze medal here, okay, in the men's category, and he was basically defeated by Thailand's Kunlevu Vititsran. Okay, so he was defeated by him. Now for us, the important part to remember is this name here. Kidambi Shrikant is said to be Kidambi Shrikant is the only Indian who has reached the men's singles finals, and that was in 2021 in the BWS Championship. Okay, that's the thing here. Then, with respect to IBSA, okay, that is the ISBA, International, if I talk about International Blind Sports Federation, they have organized the games, that is the International Blinds Game have been organized, and they were organized in Birmingham, that's in UK. So there, Indian women's blind team, they have created a history now here because they have defeated Australia in the final, and they have become the first ever cricket winners in the blind games. So this is a very proud moment for us as an Indian, guys. So this was about the 3 prominent news with respect to the sports here. Let's proceed towards the question here, that is, which of the following statements here, you have to tell me, are incorrect with respect to the recent major events. Now, if I just ask you one thing here, we know Neeraj Chopra has won the gold medal here. Can you guys tell me the name of the person who has won the silver medal here? Shubham is here, Yadvi is here. Can you guys tell me the name of the person who has won the silver medal here? Okay, and with this, guys, you can solve this question also. What is the name of the person here? So here, we know that the first statement is right, second is right, third one is wrong because it's not England, it's Australia that we have defeated, and the answer will become only 3 is the incorrect statement here. And that was the Pakistan player, that name is Arshad Nadeem. Okay, so Arshad Nadeem of Pakistan, so he has won the silver medal. So gold medal by Neeraj Chopra, Arshad Nadeem from Pakistan has won the silver medal here. Okay, chaliye, this was about our first news. Let's proceed towards the second news for the day. That is with respect to the Infosys, who has signed an agreement with 2 prominent tennis players. That is Rafael Nadal, and the second one is the woman player, that is Iga Swiatek. So they are the 2 prominent persons who have signed an agreement with Infosys. Now, what is the purpose here? It says that, see, the 3-year partnership has been signed by Nadal and a brand partnership deal has been done by the EduTap. Now, what we will do is, guys, now both these players, they will be basically, they are developing their analytical tool so that they can understand, they could analyze their performance, their historical mistakes, what they are committing, so that they can work on those things. On that perspective, Infosys is building that analytical tool for them. That is the news here. Okay. So let's talk about the question here. The question is basically, which technology company has entered into a partnership with the Spanish tennis player Rafael Nadal and Polish tennis star Iga Swiatek to develop the AI-powered match analysis tool? And we know the answer here will become option number C. Infosys is the answer here. Now, guys, for us, the two prominent persons to remember is Rafael Nadal, he is from Spain, and Iga Swiatek, he is from Poland. Okay, ji, chali. Let's talk about the third news here. Third news is about, now see, ISRO is in now full mood, guys, after the landing of Chandrayaan 3. We have discussed about Chandrayaan 3 first. Then we have discussed about the second prominent thing, that is Mission Aditya. Can you guys tell me where Mission Aditya is focusing now? We have discussed about it. Mission Aditya. Aditya is sun. Okay, so that's the mission that we have discussed in my previous lecture. If you have not watched that lecture, guys, you can watch that specific lecture also from our YouTube channel. Now, coming back to this news, so ISRO is planning to launch this lunar polar exploration mission by the name of LUPEX. That is the polar exploration mission, where, okay, now from here the next important thing to be remembered is, that is, this is a mission which ISRO is now collaborating here with the Japanese space agency, that is the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, that is JAXA. Okay, that is the thing here. Shivam, I will be coming to your point also with respect to the Kishore Jaina. I will be coming to that also. Okay, ISRO and JAXA here. Now, guys, this mission is expected to be launched by the year 2025, where again it's on a similar line with respect to the Chandrayaan, where a rover and a lander will be developed here. But now the prominent thing here is the rover and lander, they will carry the instruments of ISRO, JAXA, and along with that, they will also carry the instruments of the NASA as well as the European Space Agency. So this tells us the structure of now the, I can talk about किस लेवल पे हम आ चुके हैं जब हम बात करते हैं इसरो की. So this is the level, ठीक है, this is the command we have now in the space market with respect to the landing of Chandrayaan 3. Okay, so this was about this news. Now let's talk about the question here. Question is, which space agency is collaborating with ISRO for the upcoming LUMEX mission that is expected to be launched in the year 2025? So tell me the answer quickly, guys. The answer here will be option number D. That is Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency is the answer here. Now, with this thing, the next news is very here. That is again from Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3, it launched on, it landed on 23rd of August. And now that landing day is now being named as the National Space Day. That is 23rd of August. The second prominent thing to be remembered here is the names that have been given here. So, Shiv Shakti is the name that is given to the landing spot where basically the lander Vikram has landed. Okay, lander Vikram, it's Shiv Shakti. When I talk about the next important thing, that is the crash landing site of Chandrayaan 2, that is being named as Tiranga point here. Okay, so you must remember these 2 points here also. If I talk about lander is Vikram, can you guys tell me the name of the rover here? What is the name of the rover? We have discussed about that thing. Shubham, Dipanshu, Dixon, Yatvi. What is the name here? Okay, with respect to the rover, the name of the rover is Pragyan. Okay, so Pragyan is our rover and Vikram is our lander. The landing point is Shiv Shakti and the crash landing point was, that is Tiranga point here. Okay, ji, that's the thing here. Now, let's talk about the next news for the day. Okay, before that, let's talk about the question here. Question here is very, very easy. On the occasion of the announcement, what is the name that is given to the landing spot of Chandrayaan 2's Vikram lander? That is, the name is Tiranga point. So remember, guys, Shiv Shakti is for Chandrayaan 3. For Chandrayaan 2, it was Tiranga point here. Okay, ji. चलिए, let's talk about the final news with respect to GA. So we have discussed about sports news, science, and then talk about the awards here now. That is, the Prime Minister has been conferred with the Grand Cross of the Order of Honor. That is an award which is presented by the country Greece. Okay, so if I talk about the prominent awards that we have discussed here, okay, ji? Order of Loguhu, that is Papua New Guinea. Yellow Star Award. Yellow Star Award was presented by Suriname. That was given to the President of India. Now let's talk about this award, that is the Grand Cross of the Order of the Honor. This was given by the President of Greece, that is Miss Katrina. Okay, Katrina has given the award here. Now if we talk about this award, guys, it was established in 1975. And if I talk about, so here the depiction of this award was also given there. That is, it says the head of the goddess Athena, TKG, is depicted on the front side with the inscription only the righteous should be honored, which means the prominency why this award is presented here is, the reason here is, guys, it says that they want to honor those persons who have really performed better in basically establishing a relation with the country Greece. So on that purpose, the Prime Minister has been conferred with this specific award here. Okay, ji? Now, let's talk about the question here. The question here is that recently the President of Greece, Ms. Katrina, has conferred the Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the Grand Cross of the Order of Honor. What emblem is depicted on the front side of the star of the Grand Cross of the Order of Honor conferred by the President of Greece? Now, this is something that is, if I talk about, it's completely, you can talk about out of the box question here. We will not be expecting this kind of question, but guys, we have seen this kind of question in the RBI examinations. I'm not saying you can expect the same question in NABARD, but yes, you can expect questions on some unorthodox lines also here. So what would be the answer here? The answer here is option number E, that is the head of the goddess Athena is being depicted there. Okay, now guys, with respect to these kind of questions, I always say one thing to the student: when you guys are basically solving these questions, now you have solved, after 2 to 3 days, I will again say, do not look at the video, do not watch the, or do not look at the explanation. Try to solve this question on your own. So that is how you will be helping, or you will be trained in solving this kind of questions. Okay, ji? That is the thing here. Chaliye, let's talk about the next question here. Okay, ji? The next question is, guys, about the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which has now completed 9 years of successful implementation. Okay, so 9 years of successful implementation has been done here. Now, if I talk about this thing, which are the prominent things that have been highlighted, just look at a thing here. It says more than 50 crore beneficiaries are banked now under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana here. Total deposit, if I talk about, it stands at rupees 2,03,505 crore rupees. That are the total number of deposits that are there under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. It says the number of accounts has grown by 3.44. That is from 3.4%. That is from 3.4 to 14.72 crores in March 2015 से लेके to 50.9 crores. That is the thing here. Then 56% of the Jan Dhan accounts are basically owned by the women. That tells us that more than 50% of the accounts are operated by the women here. Next thing is around 2/3, yani ki around 67% of the Jan Dhan accounts are in rural and semi-urban areas. And in terms of RuPay cards, that is the indigenous cards that are actually issued under the scheme, 33.98 crore RuPay cards have been issued. So these are the important facts. You have to remember this data because this is the milestone that is there. Now, let's talk about the other important things that have been discussed here. First of all, let's talk about the number of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts that are being there. So this is what we have seen. We have consistently seen an increase here with respect to the number of accounts here. So starting from March 15, and let's talk about the August 2023, we have been seeing consistent rise here with respect to number of accounts here, which we have just discussed. It's a threefold increase that we have seen here. Then The next important thing is that I've just discussed, around 2/3 of the accounts are in the rural and semi-urban areas, which is around accounting to around 33.45 crore number of accounts here. Okay, Ji, that's the point here. Now, let's talk about the second thing here, that is with respect to the deposits here. So deposits were around 15,670 crore rupees when the scheme got initially started. Now, the deposits are amounting at rupees 2,03,505 crore rupees here. Again, we are seeing a consistent increase here. Now guys, why these kind of points are important? Reason is quite simple here, because when you look at the examination, now the examiner is asking a trend-based questions also. And these trend-based questions can also be useful for writing a descriptive answer. So that is the prominent thing here. With respect to the deposit, then the average deposits, if I talk about here, that is around 4,063 as on 16th of August 2023, which was around 1,065 in terms of March 2015, where we talk about the first year of implementation of the scheme was basically discussed here. So we are discussing further it on here. Now, if I ask you a basic question here, how many of you know the launching date of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? Can you guys tell me about that thing? When was Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was launched? Quickly, Shubham, Dipanshu, Yatvi, guys, can you tell me about this thing here? Okay, when actually the scheme was launched. So this was launched in the year 2014, 15th August 2014, the scheme was launched, and that is why you can say in March 15, what actually was the implementation that has been discussed here. Okay, Ji? Let's proceed further now with respect to number of RuPay debit cards, because when this scheme was announced, it was the main purpose was here was the indigenization of the cards here. So you can see here 13.1 from around 13 crore 15 lakh cards were issued at the time of March. Now it is rounding around near to 34 crore RuPay cards or RuPay debit cards have been issued under the Jan Dhan Yojana accounts here. Okay, chaliye. Now the other prominent things that was being discussed in the article was, one was the Jan Dhan Darshak app here. So what is this Jan Dhan Darshak app here? It is basically a mobile application which is providing a citizen-centric platform to locate the banks where till the time the Jan Dhan Yojana service is not being provided here. So जो unbanked location है, तो कैसे बैंक करना है उसके लिए ऐप जो है आपका बनाया गया है. And at present, more than 13 lakh touch points have been mapped under this specific Jan Dhan Darshak app here. Now, if I talk about the thing here, what is the main reason here? It identifies the villages from where the banking coverage is missing within the radius of 5 kilometers. So that is the thing here to be remembered here, because this is where the examiner might hit you. Okay, ask you a question on this thing. Now, a total of 6 lakh villages are mapped on the Jan Dhan Darshak app here as on July. That is the data that is provided here. And guys, I am saying you again and again, these kind of facts are now very, very important for the examination, because if you look at the recent examination, they are asking question on these kind of facts. Now, out of these, it says around 5 lakh, around 6 lakh, you can say, are the 99.7% of the total mapped villages are covered with banking outlets. They have proper bank branch, banking corners, and they also have Indian Post Payment Banks within a radius of 5 kilometers near their village. Now, with respect to the digital transaction, because it is also been promoted by the Jan Dhan Yojana here, so total number of digital transactions that are being recorded, they say they have gone up from 1471 crore to around 11,394 crore rupees here. Then the second is the UPI financial transactions have now also been enhanced, that is from increased from 92 crore rupees to 8,371 crore rupees. And total number of RuPay card transactions, because you have seen the number of RuPay card issues have been enhanced here. Okay, ji? So at point of sale, so e-commerce have increased from 67 crores to 126 crore rupees here. Okay, that is the thing here. Okay, ji? Chaliye. So now this is about these important facts that were being there here. Now let's talk about the Jan Dhan Yojana here. Okay, ji? Chaliye. PMJTY, as I've discussed, was launched in 2014 under Ministry of Finance here with a simple funda, that is, we want the persons, every household to have a proper banking facility. That was the initial target here. But अब क्या हुआ देखो, सबसे पहला पॉइंट इज यहाँ पे we have to work on financial inclusion here. We have to encourage the openings of banking accounts so that the deposits, savings, a kind of saving is generated among the normal people. That is the main objective of the scheme here. This is the most important point to be remembered here. If a person is not having any other account, then he is eligible for opening this account here. For example, if you have an account in some other banks, then you are not eligible for opening the Jan Dhan account here. ठीक है जी? Banking the unbanked, securing, जो मैंने अभी बोला, that is the prime objective here. Now, basically it is a zero balance bank account. ठीक है जी? Zero balance means no minimum balance will be required here. Then indigenization of card. So rupee debit card is provided here, which is an indigenization card developed by India here. Now the focus initially when the scheme was launched was to focus on every household. Now the focus has shifted from every household to every unbanked adult. This is a very important point to be remembered, guys. ठीक है, अब हम अनबैंक्ड एडल्ट्स के ऊपर फोकस कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, अब जब ये स्कीम लॉन्च हुई थी तो इट वाज लॉन्च्ड ऑन 6 पिलर्स, दैट इज यूनिवर्सल एक्सेस टू बैंकिंग, बेसिक सेविंग बैंक अकाउंट, फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी लाइक प्रमोशन ऑफ एटीएम्स इज देयर. ठीक है, ready for credits, awaiting insurance pension, so that is the initial incentive was there. Creation of credit guarantee fund, insurance and pension scheme was the main thing that was at the initial moment, where in the times of initially it was giving a life insurance coverage of rupees 30,000 here. Okay, now if I proceed further with the other things, overdraft facility has now been enhanced from 5,000 to 10,000 to every household. Age limit is now 18 to 65 years, where you can get an overdraft facility here. No condition, that is, no conditions is attached up to an overdraft of 2,000 rupees and after satisfactory, which means if you have opened your account for 6 months and the bank is satisfactory, they can give you an overdraft here. Now, the next important is, this is the thing here. Accidental insurance cover is provided under this scheme, that is under the account, which is amounted to rupees 2 lakh rupees here. Okay, then the account holders are automatically eligible for getting the incentives under the Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Suraksha Bima Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, Mudra, and the direct benefit transfers, which majority of people have unveiled at the time of COVID-19. Okay जी, अब मैं बोलता हूँ account inoperative कब होगा? When it is not being operative for the period of 2 years. That is the thing here. So we have discussed now about the Jan Dhan Darshan app here also with respect to the scheme. Let's talk about the question now. Okay, now I want all of you to solve this kind of question, guys. So first question is, considering the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana and its impact, which of the following statements are true here? First is, it aims to achieve the universal access to financial services in an affordable manner. The Jan Dhan Darshan app helps locate banking, the touch points and maps villages without the outlets within a 10-kilometer radius. During the COVID-19 pandemic, over 20 crore women PMJDY accounts receives rupees 500 per month for 3 months as financial assistance through the direct benefit transfer. Then is the total number of digital transactions under PMJDY increased from 1471 crore rupees to 11,394 crore rupees here. So what would be the answer here? Okay, ji. Now, see. First statement is right here because universal access point is right here. Now we know the fourth point is also right here, that you discussed the digital transaction increase from 1471 to 11,394 crore rupees here. Now I know my answer is saying true. So first and fourth should be the answer here. There is only one statement where first and fourth is mentioned. So answer will become 1, 3 and 4. And why? The second statement is wrong because it's not 10 kilometer, it's 5 kilometer radius here. Okay, so guys, this is a very important thing for you to understand when you are going for the examination, because if you look at the examination, it's not that you remember each and every statement, but yes, your ability to shortlist or to eliminate the wrong statement can help you find the answer here. So the answer here will become option number E. 1, 3 and 4 will be the answer here. Okay, because second statement is wrong here. Now, let's talk about the next question here, that is again on the schemes. Which of the following are the key features of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? It provides free life insurance coverage of rupees 2 lakh to all account holders. Second is it offers microinsurance, overdraft facilities and microcredit for consumption. It issues indigenous debit cards with a cash withdrawal limit of rupees 2 lakh. And third, it says it ensures access to financial products only through offline accounts. So what would be the answer here? Now this is a question which is an implication based question. ठीक है, आप क्रैम नहीं करोगे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस को, आपको अप्लाई करना है जो आपने पढ़ा है. So what would be the answer here? Tell me. Now I am waiting for your answer. Let's see how many of you get your answer right here. So here the answer becomes option number B, that is 2 and 3 here, because it's not life insurance. It provides an accidental insurances of rupees 2 lakh to all the account holders, not the life insurance. Life insurance, when the scheme initially got launched, life insurance of 30,000 was provided at the initial level, not now. Second statement is obviously right. It provides micro insurances, overdraft facilities and microcredit. So microcredit, PM Mudra, micro insurance, PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, PM Suraksha Bima Yojana. Overdraft, we have discussed 10,000 rupees. So this statement becomes right here. Third statement, it issues indigenous debit card. That's absolutely right, guys. Rupee debit card is issued. So that's why this statement is right here. And the limit is 2 lakh rupees of the card here. That is again right here. Now, fourth point, it ensures access to financial products only through offline accounts. No. Only through online accounts. Nothing on offline. So that's why here second and third statement becomes right here. So that would be the answer here. Okay, ji, is it clear? This question. Now let's proceed towards the next question here on the same scheme. What has been the impact of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana in terms of financial inclusion and government initiatives? So PMJDY basically led to the introduction of mandated priority sector lendings targets by the banks. The scheme has showed that every adult in India has access to a bank account. Third is saying PMJDY played a crucial role in empowering the vulnerable sections during the COVID-19 pandemic by providing them the direct benefit transfer. The fourth statement says that the total number of RuPay card transactions decreased from 67 crore rupees to 126 crore rupees. Now guys, if you look at this thing here, okay, ji, look at the thing here, look at the fourth statement here. It decreased from 67 crores to 126 crore rupees. ये तो होगा ही नहीं, ये तो वर्ड प्ले है. So decrease नहीं increase था, तो यहाँ पे इसलिए गलती होगी क्योंकि यहाँ पे decrease लिखा हुआ है. So that's why this statement is wrong here. Now, it led to the introduction of mandated priority sector lending targets. Guys, this is nothing. There is no relation of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana with respect to priority sector lending targets. It's not in relation with that thing here. So that's why here this statement is also wrong. So which means your answer here again becomes option number B, 2 and 3 here. Because first statement is wrong, fourth statement is wrong, second and third is absolutely right here. So answer becomes option number B, 2 and 3 will be the answer here. And guys, honestly do let me know in the chat box and even in the comment box how you have liked these questions. Do you really enjoy solving these questions or were it a little bit tricky also? Do let me know that. Were they easy or were they difficult or were they tricky in nature? So do let me know about that also. Now, let's proceed towards the final news for the day, that is with respect to the Swamitva scheme, that is the scheme of Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Now, the Swamitva scheme has been conferred with the National E-Governance Gold Award for the applications of emerging technologies, which is providing citizen-centric services. Okay, ji, that is the thing here. Now, let's talk about this specific news here with respect to the PM Swamitva scheme here. So, I have provided you the certificate also, that what is the certificate that is being provided here. Now, let's talk about Swamitva scheme. So, Swamitva, basically, the name is suggesting service of villages and mapping with improvised technology in village areas. This is clearly telling us that it is talking about mapping, which further leads to geotagging, and the geotagging of what purpose? That is village land. That is the main aim of Swamitva scheme here. Now, it got launched in 2020 in a pilot perspective, but it was initially rolled out in the year 2021. What are the 9 states? So I have mentioned all the 9 states here. I will again say, guys, do remember these names now. That is Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, UP, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Andhra Pradesh. So these were the states where it was only officially launched. Technology partner here is Survey of India, and it is implementing by, that is the National Program Management Unit and the State Program Management Unit. And the target is to digitize the land by March 2025 here. Okay, that is the thing here when we talk about digitization of the land here. Now, when I talk about the objective here, objective is accurate land records for rural planning, because this is the most important difficulty which is being faced by the people, because गांव में क्या हो रहा है, प्रॉपर जमीन ही नहीं है. So the accurate land records for rural planning is there, so that it could result in property related disputes here. Point number 1. Second is financial stability could be brought to the people of the villages, so that they could now get a proper loan on their land, because if they have the accurate land, they will get the loan there also. Third is property tax could be determined, because if the property is not being there, you do not know the exact property details, how can you quote the property tax? So the determination of property tax. Then survey infrastructure and maps have been created, so that proper planning could be done here, and the support of this survey infrastructure will help in preparing Gram Panchayat development plans by the use of this geographical maps here. What are the components here? It will be, first of all, there will be an establishment of the continuous operating system. Then the mapping is being done by using drones here. Information, education, and communication initiatives have been done here, so that a proper information could be done, and the village people are also being educated on the land records. That is the thing here. Then proper planning application like the Gram Manchitra are being conducted here, and then the documentation support workshops are being done. This is the prime components here. Now, what actually the thing here? It says the coverage for the scheme is, it would be covering the whole villages, that is 6.62 lakh villages will be covered under the scheme from the period of 21-25. Property cards will be distributed to the owner. Then nodal departments, okay, like revenue department, land records, they will carry out the scheme with the support of state panchayat, which means the implementing partner will be these two persons here. Then the survey would be conducted by high quality drones, so that the proper geostationary mapping could be done under this specific scheme here. Okay, Ji, that is the thing here. Now, the accuracy, it says it will be, the range is how much less, plus minus only 5 centimeter here. Now guys, this is about the specific scheme here. Let's talk about the question here. Recently, the Swamitva scheme has been conferred with the National Award for E-Governance. You have to tell me the statements which are incorrect with respect to this Swamitva scheme here. It was launched as a pilot phase in 9 states in 2020. It is a central sector scheme. Survey of India is working as a technology partner here. Then the landowners will receive a property card which they can use to secure loans against the asset, and scheme targets to complete survey of all the villages by 2030. So we know here this statement is wrong, because it is by 2025. So here again the answer will become option number E is the answer here. Okay, so guys, this was about your session for the day. We have started with the 2 sports events, that is World Athletics Championship. We have discussed the Badminton World Federation, Men's BWF. We have discussed about the Indian women's blind team. They have created a record here. We have discussed about them. Then we have discussed about 2 prominent personalities, Rafael Nadal, who has signed an agreement with Infosys. Then we came to science part, where we have discussed about the LUPEX mission, the National Space Day, and then we discussed about the award that is presented to the Prime Minister of India by the Greece. Now, with respect to phase 2, we have discussed 2 very important schemes. First of all is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, and the second one is Swamitva scheme. So I hope guys the session is fruitful for you. So if you have really liked the session guys, do subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you could get the latest updates with respect to the things that we are covering on the YouTube. To download the PDF, guys, subscribe to the Telegram channel, the link for which is given in the description below here. Now, you have any doubt, you can ask me with respect to the doubt here. Okay, so one of the doubt, I think, what was with respect to Mr. Chidu. He has said that the census 2011 and SECCB आप करवा दो. Obviously, see, we will be working on that also. ठीक है जी. एक बार आपके notification, we are waiting for the notification. जब notification आ जाएगी, obviously, I will be coming up with a plan there also, and we will be covering the census and socio-economic census there also. Do not worry, हम वो भी करवा देंगे. ठीक है? Anything else you want to ask me, guys? Let me see. I think there was one question which was with respect to the Jawahar Sthal. I think somebody is asking a question here. So let me just know the name here. That is Jawahar Sthal. I think Shubham is asking about Jawahar Sthal. Shubham is asking, sir, where is actually, what is the meaning of Jawahar Sthal? देखिए Jawahar Sthal, Shubham, was related to the Chandrayaan 1 mission. Okay, with respect to Chandrayaan 1, the Jawahar Sthal was in the news because the place where Chandrayaan 1 crashed was named as Jawahar Sthal because it was meant to be there. So that is the name, that was Jawahar Sthal, that was given there. Okay, so I hope that part is also clear now. Jawahar Sthal wala point. Any other thing, guys, you want to ask me? I am here for a minute. So if you have any kind of doubt, you could ask me. Otherwise, let's end the session here. Okay, so I can see now there is no query left here. So again, guys, wishing you all the best for the examination. Keep working hard.